I'm Alan Robarge, a relationship coach, and you're watching One Reason Why. Let's talk about one reason why our moods go up and down, and maybe we could even say that at times we're moody. And you might be able to relate that if you have these kind of moody moments, it can be confusing as to where is this coming from and why is this happening. So I want to offer one reason why we are moody is because we are not taking care of our basic health needs. And it's what I like to call back to basics. Sometimes we just need to be reminded about the basics. So I'm going to run through some of those basics, things to think about that you can review instead of getting caught up in the moodiness, instead of taking it so seriously, instead of becoming hyper-focused on solving what is going on in the current dilemma that is creating the frustration and the irritation. Sometimes we need to take a step back and say, well, how do I just take care of myself? What's my overall approach to my general well-being and my general health? So let's focus on the basics. Sometimes things are so out of control. Sometimes things are so out of hand. Sometimes things are so overwhelming. The best we could do is slow down and let's just focus on the basics. Basic number one, and I'm not going to order all of these, but for this one, I'll say the first one is plenty of water. Of course, it sounds duh. And yes, all of us do this already, or at least attempt to do it. When we find ourselves in a kind of up-down mood swing and find ourselves irritated, we can check in with this back to basics reminder and say, am I drinking enough water? Am I getting enough hydration? Sounds simple. Many of us don't follow through and make that happen. So in this moment, pause the video and go get a glass of water and then come back and watch the rest of the video. The next one to talk about has to do with food, good food. Very simple, green and fresh and a balance of protein. That's pretty much all you need. Make sure it's green, make sure it's fresh, and make sure you balance out getting some reliable source of protein. And if you have good food, you're getting nourishment, you're getting vitamins, you're getting minerals. Again, this is basic stuff. That's the whole point of the phrase, back to basics. Sometimes I like to add in here additional vitamins, such as the whole range of vitamin B complex or vitamin C. These are things, of course, you can get from food. However, if you're eating well, you don't need to think about additional supplements. But for myself, I just like to create that placeholder in my mind. Many times, vitamin B can be helpful. So this is something to consider. What is the quality of your diet? Are you getting good food that is fresh, that is green, and that is creating a balance with also a good source of protein? The next thing is not going to be new to you. Again, this is back to basics. We're talking about rest. You need rest. This is both your sleep and both interrupting work mode. For your sleep, it's about sleep routine. Do you prepare to go to bed? Is the environment inviting to go to bed? Are you able to wind down? Do you have a routine where you can get a reasonable amount of 7 to 8 hours of sleep? When you wake up, do you wake up to a horrible alarm that is really irritating? Or do you wake up to some kind of alarm that is a bit gentler and calmer and allows you to ease into your day? So this is just focusing on what is the quality of your sleep, back to basics, take care of yourself. And then also the idea of rest is to pull out of productive mode. Many of us, many people are busy, 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 go, 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 and have a kind of overzealous allegiance to getting things done. And this has to do with this idea of multitasking. We just love to multitask. Let's do many, many things. And when I'm finished doing this, I'm already going to move on and do the next thing. We don't pause. We don't take a break. We don't rest. So in this idea, if you're noticing that emotionally you're a bit all over the place, if you're frustrated, if you're irritated, if you're overwhelmed, you're going to look at back to basics. You need water, you need food, you need rest. The next one is get outside. Another way to word this is to change the environment. Be able to get some fresh air, go for a walk, allow yourself to break up and change the routine. Many people in their work day go to work the same way, sit at the desk in the same office the same way, go to the same meetings the same way, do the same tasks and functions the same way, take lunch at the same time and eat in the same way, etc., etc. There's a lot of a lot of routine. The idea of the phrase get outside, it just means break up the routine. If you're walking home, take a different path, go a different route. So what if you go out of your way for 2 blocks, for 3 blocks? The whole idea is to get some fresh air, change your perspective, change the routine, and get outside. This can really help your mental health. This can really help your emotional states. Again, we're looking at very simple things. These are about the basics. The next thing is light, fun exercise. Not strenuous, crazy, over-the-top exercise, and also not hard, boring, repetitive exercise. Many people do not like to exercise because the idea of it is that it's a kind of monotonous, boring experience. So think in terms of play. Fun, light exercise means play. Can you invite play into your work? This also links to the idea of change up your routine as far as shifting gears from being productive and being in work mode. Work, 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 work. Instead, we're going to rest and play. Rest and play. If you can think today, what have you done today that is playful, that is lighthearted, that just allows yourself to move? You need to engage with your body. The point of fun, light exercise is to say, can you check in with your body? Can you get your heart rate moving a little bit? Can you stretch your arms and your muscles and your legs, etc.? And allow yourself to slow down and just be in your body. One reason why our emotions are all over the place, one reason why we get moody and get all bent out of shape about life is because we're disconnected from our own experience. And the way we know our experience is through our body. We connect with our body. So you're invited back to basics, basic self-care, focus on get outside, light, fun exercise that has some component of play. The next one is creativity. Again, if you're only doing work, if you're only doing left hemisphere, left brain thinking, you need some right brain activity. You need some right brain stimulation. So any type of hobby, any type of creative expression, creativity invites a different way of thinking, and it allows us to enter certain thought processes that invite daydreaming and invite some possibility. The next one is spiritual time. You can define spiritual time however you want. I like to call it finding ocean. If you can go to the ocean and you stand there and breathe in the inspiration and the awe, when you go hiking and you get to an open expanse of a vista, perhaps if you're in the mountains, you see this view, this expanse, that's letting in inspiration and awe. This is what it means to find ocean, or we could say find the mountain. And this is what I mean by spiritual time. It's a way to shift focus from your little life and your little problems and your little frustrations and enter the bigger picture of life around you, the bigger mystery of life and the bigger perspective. We need a shift. When we can invite some kind of spiritual practice, some kind of intentional spiritual time, it really helps us change our mood. It helps us address and understand, put into context what is going on, perhaps why we are actually moody. Again, we're looking at basics, back to basics, basic self-care. The last one is what I call good people. You need some good people in your life. You need laughter. You need some people you can go for a walk and you can tease each other and you can share jokes and you could talk about something new you discovered, and the other person is delighted in that. The other person enjoys your company. When this happens, this helps us regulate our emotions. This helps us regulate our moods, and it just feels good. It triggers a certain hormone production in the brain that releases into the nervous system, and it has many health benefits to provide some sense of comfort, relaxation, and connection. So you need some good people. This might be in the form of a community, an organization. It could be a church group. It could be some kind of support group that you belong to, or it could be friends, a couple of friends. You get together and you go to coffee and you just sit down and have a nice conversation about this, that, or the other. I hope this is helpful. This is one reason why your moods might be going up and down, and that you need to attend to them. The way to do that is with some basic self-care. Think about the basics. Now, what I listed here, what I have shared here, this is not an exhaustive list. There are other basic things that you could do. So you're invited to think about that. You're invited to reflect on what those might be, and go ahead and add to the list in a way that you can very consciously and purposefully have some tools in your tool bag for self-care. If you like this video, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching it. If you want to learn more about me, please do by going to alanrobarge.com. And there's more videos coming soon, so stay tuned. And until next time, thank you.